it is. Welcome back. It's Dion.
Puff.
We got another sports review for y'all.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the sports world, the entertainment world.
It's kind of like right now, besides football not being in, it's like we got a lot of basketball with the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely.
And then baseball come back next week. And then NBA getting into the playoffs. Hockey on. Everything on except the football right now.
A lot of trades. And
yeah, NFL still got a lot
free
of stuff talking about.
agencies. So the football world is generating a lot of news.
Yeah,
making
it's still
a lot of headlines right now. We're going to talk about Just Hilarious, Baltimore native, comedian, and
said a few comments.
She made a few comments over.
It was over
the past couple days that a
lot of people
obviously we don't agree with, but it wasn't as big of a deal as people are making it out to be.
Yeah.
And definitely don't think that she's a racist because of what she have said. It was just a stupid ass comment. Stupid.
And then as her being a comedian, I don't know if she was saying it in a comedic way. You know what I mean? So like, comedians in like the 80s and 90s, they was able to say a lot more versus now comedians now they gotta find new ways to be funny without saying certain words or joking about certain things because everything now is more magnified.
Yeah, and nowadays you can't say everything that you think. It kind of takes away from the art of being a comedian.
Yeah.
But do I think she's a racist? No.
No, I don't think
she should have said what she said. Absolutely not. But she's not a racist.
Not at all.
And I just don't agree with
the bashing.
The bashing of Just Hilarious because she's from Baltimore. It's hard to be a positive figure and make it out of Baltimore and stay on top.
Yeah.
And I just
And then she's been coming under a lot of scrutiny.
Yeah, she's been under a lot lately.
Especially, it seems like anytime she say something or go back at somebody, it's like, oh, she shouldn't do that, she shouldn't do that. But then they're allowed to say or do whatever.
Yeah, it's like
sometimes people forget that they still regular people.
They're still humans. Yeah. So it's like for me, they had Just Hilarious on the local Baltimore radio station. They was making comments about what she did, and it's just like everybody from Baltimore just turned their backs on her. And it's like, no, we can't do that. If anything, I feel as though we should support her and find ways to help her realize what she said wasn't okay.
See, and I think that's a big problem to me within the community. A lot of times, like sometimes when people really need help, they'd rather bash them and laugh at them versus like actually getting them the help or even
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
For me, I think like
uplifting them.
I think like we should uplift our local stars and make sure that they have a platform and go as far as they can. Because with Just Hilarious, I think the sky's the ceiling for her. She is very talented. You feel me? And I think that us turning our back it's a gateway, or it lets in the flood for everybody else to say and do whatever they want. But if we stand by her and we let her know, like, yo, what you said is not cool, but we're not turning our backs on you. We want to see you grow as a woman and as a comedian.
Yeah, or even help her. Yeah. Like I was listening to Ricky Smiley, the Ricky Smiley, and they had Chris Tucker on there, and they was asking him like, yo, you think it's harder to be a comedian now or back then? And he was like, man, it's hard as hell to be a comedian now. He was like, because it's like he said, it's a good thing, it's a bad thing, because it make you like try to find different ways so it help you to become a better comedian, because it's like, oh, I can't say these things, certain things, so I gotta find different ways to say it, so it help you. But then even still, some jokes that you probably had or some jokes that you thought was funny, you gotta be like, oh no, I can't say that because it's gonna offend this person, that person, and this person, and that person. So it's too many people that you're gonna offend now off of one joke versus before. People probably was offended, but it was a joke. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like comedy has no You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
Like comedy is comedy.
It doesn't have friends.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of the Django.
Yeah, absolutely. It was funny.
You know what I'm saying? It was funny, but it wasn't
situation. That the topics that they were talking about weren't funny. Slavery is not funny, but you can find humor in anything.
Yeah.
And you know, with Just Hilarious being from Baltimore, you know, Baltimoreans, we get, you know, stereotyped all the time. We don't go out and fight and back and, you know, do all types of wild stuff to everybody to stereotype us. You know, when you go to college, as a person from Baltimore, when you go to college, people automatically assume your lifestyle was The Wire.
Yeah. If you go anywhere
They
and
assume
you tell somebody that you from Baltimore, they think you some hard criminal.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, how did you do that?
Crack in your pocket.
Yeah, like it's like we get to.
That's not the case, and you know.
Like I've even been to like places that I like people who from like Detroit or Chicago. They be like, oh dang, y'all from Boston? Like you from Chicago?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
We get like her stereotyping those guys or you know the Muslims was not okay.
It wasn't.
But, you know, but from Baltimore, it happens every day.
Yeah.
People get stereotyped every time. Not to say that it's right, but you know, as black men, I can't walk down the street with my cousin without a white person crossing the street. They assume, you know,
well, let's say it's cold outside. We put on the hoodie. Oh, they about to go wrong.
Yeah, we can't, as black men, we can't enter certain establishments with hats and hoods on.
Yeah.
Are they racist? We be standing together and protesting against those establishments for not letting us in with hats and hoods? I mean,
we should, but
we should, but we don't. And that's like, as people from Baltimore, you know, saying that they don't support Just Hilarious, but they'll go to these Chinese stores where the people are telling them hurry up and buy, or you know,
buy hella hair,
hair from these people, but you can't walk through their store without them following you.
Yeah.
But yet we are telling people that Just Hilarious, we don't stand behind Just Hilarious because they claiming that she's racist. No, she's our sister. Whether you like her craft or not, support her.
Yeah.
It's very rare that we have individuals that come out of Baltimore and make it and do positive things. That's enough for that though. We're not gonna make it a whole segment about them. Next up, let it be known, I'm a Steelers fan. Colts fan. My Steelers did a lot of stuff I don't agree with over the last year, 2 years, but you know, it is what it is. I'm a Steelers fan. I'm a weather the storm.
Wait it out.
Yeah. Do I think we're gonna be really bad this year? Absolutely not. But
I don't think y'all gonna be under 5. I don't think y'all.
I think
probably 9 or 7.
To be honest with you, we might still make the playoffs.
Yeah, y'all.
There's a very good chance we might still make the playoffs. But if you've been on the rocks,
how to
how it's gonna play out. If you've been on the rock somewhere, the Steelers traded away AB for a couple draft picks, late round draft picks.
They what else happened? Odell Beckham got traded.
Odell Beckham got traded
to the Browns. Landon Collins signed with the Redskins.
Who
else was the big name?
CJ Mosley signed with the Jets.
Yeah, CJ Mosley. Oh, Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell signed with the Jets. CJ Mosley signed with the Jets. Terrell Suggs left.
Yeah, he's in Arizona.
He went to Arizona.
That's a big.
Baltimore got Earl Thomas.
They was Earl Thomas and
the Chiefs released Eric Berry.
They got Earl Thomas and Mark Ingram. I think those were 2 good picks for the Ravens.
The Browns retooled their whole defense and got Odell Beckham. They was like major players in the. And
they got an offensive lineman.
Yeah, they did.
They got an offensive lineman. I think he's like a top 15 offensive lineman in the league. I can't remember his name, but we'll see on the next video.
But did you? All right. So compare. I know Odell Beckham younger than Antonio Brown. Do you feel like the Steelers should have got more compared to Odell? What they got for Odell? Because they got a first round and a second round.
On paper, for the last
6 years.
6 years,
He's the best receiver.
Antonio Brown's been the best receiver in every category you can think of as a wide receiver.
And if he wasn't leading in every category in receiving, then he was probably third or second. Like it was some years where he ain't had the most touchdowns or something like that, or the most yards. But it haven't been a year where he hasn't been
productive overall. I think they could have got at least 2 first round draft picks for him, easy.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers kind of shot themselves in the foot by bashing his name and his character. Like, you know, it was kind of messy, and then in the long run, they kind of hurt themselves
because they didn't get a big return.
Yeah, they didn't get a big return, and at the same time, it was kind of like trying to dump his salary off on somebody else.
When he's still productive.
Yeah, when he was still productive. So it's like.
That's what I think sometimes. Sometimes they try to put players out before they really done. And that's what it was. Like, they wasn't trying to pay him no more, so they...
But I'm extremely happy for Antonio Brown. He got everything that he wanted.
Yeah. He got that new deal.
He got a new deal, more time on his contract, more money, more guaranteed money on his contract. And he's out west, you know.
Sunny weather.
In the sunny weather, you know, playing... Do they have turf? Oakland have turf. Oh, they still have
Oakland
grass.
don't even know where they about to play.
Yeah, so they got a new contract for their field.
Oh, for the college team.
They still have the field.
I think that's grass though.
Yeah, so it might be grass, but it's still a better situation than playing in cold Pittsburgh. You know. Yeah. And then Oakland beat Pittsburgh every year anyway, so it's nothing for him to get his revenge.
So what you think about Odell though?
I think Odell's in a pretty good situation. I think he's in a better situation than he would have been if he'd have stayed in New York.
New York, yeah.
Because he has I'm not saying that Baker Mayfield is going to have a better career than Eli.
Yeah, because Eli is a 2-time.
As of right now, I think Baker Mayfield is...
He's on the come up.
He's on the come up, and he's playing a lot more... He's playing football better than Eli is.
Yeah.
He has more talent also around him than Eli do.
Yeah.
So I think...
And he has a better offensive line.
Yeah, offensive line. So I think he has the potential...
Then he's a little quicker too.
I think he has the potential of having a better season than Eli.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I think Odell's in a better situation with the Browns.
He wasn't worried about money because he already had that.
And contract. Absolutely, he's not worried about money. I think he also gets to play with
his boy Jarvis.
They played in high school together?
College.
They played in college, LSU together. And, you know, so it's a lot of big name guys playing together down there.
Yeah,
I think they have potential, a lot of potential, especially with, you know, the Steelers rebuilding and
the Ravens
rebuilding and Cincinnati shitting the bed.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, Cleveland, if Cleveland ever had a chance to win a division, that time is now.
Yeah. Or to make a push to be a legitimate franchise.
And I think they can make a run because they were decent last year. You know, they was one game away from being in the playoffs.
And they should have made it.
And they should have. So, you know, Baker was young, threw an interception. Stuff like that happens. You know, it happens.
I want to go to who you think going the tournament, NCAA tournament.
All right, so before we start about who's going to win,
we're going to get a Final Four. Who we going to think the Final Four is?
Everybody's number one is Duke.
Yeah.
And if it's not, you're crazy.
Especially since Zion back.
Yeah, especially since and healthy, not just back
and like he refitted them shoes for big boys, so he should be good.
Yeah, he's not squeezing his foot in them little skinny shoes no more. So I think definitely Duke. Number 2.
To me, a sleeper, I like Tennessee. Yeah. Tennessee was the number 1 team for like a good 4 weeks. They play team ball. They don't have no legit, you know what I'm saying? I like North Carolina too. I like Tennessee too. I just don't want them to wear them ugly uniforms. Yeah. Uniforms is horrible. Yeah, they trash.
Those uniforms is horrible. As long as they stay out them uniforms, I think they got a bright future.
Tell them, don't wear them bright ones. You know
as long as they don't run into Duke, I think they can make a splash.
I like North Carolina.
North Carolina obviously is a pretty good.
Man, did you see how the ACC got 3 number 1 seeds?
Yeah, man.
How you do that?
Yeah. Dude, you gotta think.
See, that's why I'm mad Maryland left the ACC. Because Maryland, if they was in the ACC, I think they would get more recognition than what they did now.
Yeah.
I mean, Maryland had a decent year this year. They could have had a better year. They had a few injuries. And they didn't do as good as I thought they should have.
But I think as long as Maryland bring everybody back,
they should be good.
Great next year.
Next year, yeah. They got some good young players.
Yeah, they got some good young players. They're the youngest team. In college right now, and they doing numbers, and I think shout out to
bring everybody back.
Bring everybody back, plus some additions, and we can make a run for it. And I think they could be really special out there for them.
So you think Duke gonna win it all though?
I think Duke can win it all, and I want Duke to win it all, only because I wanted to add to Zion's legacy. I think he's a great player. He's a generational player, and I want him to be that guy to win a college national championship.
Yeah, and then go and win the NBA
and win an NBA national championship. And I want him to make it. I want him to,
because soon I think college basketball ain't gonna be.
Yeah, it's not gonna be as entertaining
because with the rules changing.
Yep. So, I want him to, take advantage. Be that guy to take advantage of everything that you can. You're in college right now. Make the best of it. Live it up.
Yeah.
One and done. Make it the best. Be absolutely the
because
best.
If a team don't take him number one, your fan base is going to riot.
Yeah.
It's like if Cleveland wouldn't have took LeBron number one.
Absolutely. Like he's a guy that's going to come in and don't instantly make a change for your organization, whether you're already good or not.
Yeah. Don't be Portland and not pick Kevin Durant. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's gonna be like that.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah, don't be that. Yeah,
don't be that guy.
You'll never recover from something like that.
Anticipation of Zion going into the league is, it's just as big as from when LeBron goes in, and it's only going to get bigger if he wins a national championship.
Yeah.
And if he wins a national championship, I'll say sky's the limit for him. I hope he doesn't end up in a situation where he has no help.
Yeah, the way he has to try to overexert himself. Yeah,
because I think he's a very skilled individual.
But I think, let's say this, you know how the NBA lottery come out before like free agency, right? If the NBA lottery come out and let's say New York get the number one pick, you know how all the rumors been surfaced around that people won't go to New York, they'd be more willing to go to New York then because they know he coming in. Yeah. And they just like NBA players just as excited to play with him as if they was playing with somebody that's already played. Yeah. You know what I mean?
To me, I think I end up somewhere with a point guard. A point guard that's gonna, his first year, treat him like Amari Stoudemire, like Steve Nash did Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah, like coached him.
Set him up, put him in a position to always win.
Show his athletic talents. Show that he a gift.
In the best possible situation.
Or, I know this, you know how Jameer Nelson and them was setting up Dwight Howard when he first came in? I know he's not a big man like that, but
I mean,
the way he can get up and the way
as far as stature, he's way more than Dwight Howard ever. And so
he was 6'9",
and he's jumping out the gym. He's jumping out the gym like Dwight Howard does. So Jameer Nelson, that's a great example as well. I forgot about that.
But he helped Dwight Howard.
He helped Dwight Howard a lot, and I think that's the type of situation that I want Zion to go into, whereas though it's a 1-2 punch, but also had your key players like because what's the name was down there too. The Duke dude that was shooting the
JJ Redick.
It
was JJ Redick.
Yeah, he was down there. So as long as you have your key players.
Tito Turtle.
Yeah, Tito Turtle.
Passing the ball back though.
He had a lot of people coming out from nowhere and making the scene. I think that would be the Knicks situation if they get somebody that can really help him out. And I think Dennis Smith could be that player as well.
Yeah, Dennis Smith. Yeah,
I think he can definitely be that player. And as well is a 1-2 punch,
Yeah, him and Dennis Smith.
He can be lobbing to Dennis Smith just as much as Dennis Smith lobbing it to him. Yeah. And I think that'd be crazy out there. It's a crazy situation.
If he was to go to New York.
If he was to go to New York. And you just add somebody to them. And there's a lot of rumors that it might be Kyrie
or KD or
KD.
Anthony Davis.
To me, I personally don't want to see KD there if they get Zion.
Yeah.
Because it's like, although I want to see him running and go. I want
to see him take control of a team.
And taking control of the team. I don't want the ball to slow down in KD's hands. I want to see him getting it and going. Even I would say John Wall. I would love to see him play with John Wall. If John Wall, you know, somehow ended up with the Knicks, I would love to see Zion play with John Wall.
Do you want to know who I think would set him up real good?
Who?
Somebody like Mike Conley.
Or
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Mike Conley would definitely be a good look to bring to New York and play with Zion if that's where he ends up going. Playoff pictures for the NBA.
NBA? I think the East is going to be tough. The East going to be a real good playoffs. The West going to be good. But the East, I think, going to be better this year. I don't know, yeah. This is a hard year. I think Golden State going to make it to the to the Western Conference Finals. But to guarantee them to go to the championship, I'm not sure. It's days and there's some days where they turn it on and it's like they unstoppable. But then it's days where like they played Phoenix last week and they like, or they played what's the name the other night and they like just threw a dud. You feel me? Klay Thompson was like 0-9 for the first half. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I
don't see anybody in the West beating them in 7.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I'm riding with Golden State all the way to the championship. I don't see anybody in the West beating them in 7. I don't see anybody, period, beating Golden State in 7. But I think Golden State.
So who you think coming from the East?
From the East is a toss-up for me. I like Boston. Philly is tough, but I don't think Philly got it this year. Yeah. So I think it's out of Boston and Toronto.
You don't think Milwaukee got a chance? Because to me it's out
right now. I don't know if they sitting people because of actual injuries.
Yeah, or if they just sitting the rest.
Just sitting on the rest of them. If it's because actual injuries. It's hard for me to go with Milwaukee if they actually have injuries to so many people that they have. Yeah. But if they're just resting, Milwaukee is tough. Yeah. But I don't know if they have that depth to beat Toronto.
I got Milwaukee. I think it's gonna be Milwaukee and Boston in the East Conference Finals. And I think Giannis gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? He one of them once in a lifetime talents you get, and I think this year he real determined. He seemed like he wanted this year.
They gotta stay healthy.
Yeah, they just gotta stay healthy.
Like
because he said out last night he only played the Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan.
He's not playing tonight either.
But he ain't played tonight.
And they losing big.
So that's the thing. And then Brogdon, he just got hurt. They say he's gonna be out 4 to 6 weeks. It's only 3 weeks to the playoffs. So you need him.
They gotta get it together.
And it's like, all right, cool. First round, you're gonna play like Charlotte or somebody. You ain't gonna need him for him. But come second round, you're gonna have like Boston or somebody.
But you can't sleep on Charlotte and then let.
Charlotte only got Kemba.
Yeah, but yo.
I mean, Kemba be killing.
He
be throwing 60 points. Kemba been killing this year. Shout out to Kemba.
You can't sleep on him, man.
Yeah.
Like, you can't sleep on a team.
So what you think?
That's how you get knocked out.
So what you think about the Rockets though? You think they up and coming?
I don't think.
Well, you don't think they got
it? I don't see James Harden. I ain't gonna say I don't see it. I think they need more out there with him. You know, Chris Paul, love Chris Paul, and watched him since Wake Forest. But Chris Paul and James Harden ain't enough.
Yeah, and then Eric Gordon, he be iffy, he be up and down lately.
So I think it's a lot of teams that have a lot of firepower out there in the West.
Yeah, like Golden State, the Nuggets got power. OKC, like
even
people sleep on Oklahoma.
I think Oklahoma could knock the Rockets out. Yeah, easily.
See, and then it all depends on matchups. It's like so. If you're a 3-6 and you wind up getting Oklahoma and you the 3 seed, you could, you know what I'm saying? Because right now the Rockets are 3 seed, Oklahoma the 6. They could wind up getting knocked out.
Yeah, because Chris Paul can't do nothing with Russell Westbrook, and James Harden can't do nothing with PG.
Oh no, they the 5 right now. But even still, let's say because the West is 1 game and you drop from 3 to 6.
I'm not saying PG is just that extreme of a talent, but offensively, he's a problem for James Harden.
Yeah.
And it's vice versa. James Harden will be a problem for him on offense. But that
Paul George a better defender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna win more chances than not against James Harden. And Chris Paul ain't gonna win none of them shits against Russell.
See, I say
not one chance.
You play the Rockets. To me, my game plan is put Harden in your pick and roll, attack Harden, get him in foul trouble. Harden go out the game, they slow down.
Yeah.
Win the game.
In the pick and roll, you want to get Harden matched up against Westbrook.
So you pick and roll him with Paul George.
And you get that matchup with Harden and Westbrook, and you tell Westbrook drive it into his chest every fucking time he gets.
So from there, I think the West more so is all about the matchup. Because if you get a good matchup, you can win. You know what I mean? So it all depends on where everybody come.
But that's the thing, like with Golden State, they win 4 out of 5 matchups every no matter who they play.
Who they match up with. Golden State is
on the defensive lineup. The only time they're ever going to be, shortcomings is if
when they pick and roll with Steph.
They pick and roll with Steph. So if you end up with a Westbrook on Steph, that's the only matchup that you're going to win. You're not going to win a matchup with
Westbrook on Thompson or Durant or Green.
Yeah, so it's,
even Cousins.
Yeah, if Cousins end up like that pick and roll, so it's like 4 out of 5 chances, of being matched up. The Warriors are going to win that matchup. And on the offensive side, they got a 5 out of 5 chances of winning the matchup.
All right,
so
give me your Eastern Conference Finals and your Western Conference Finals.
Golden State Western Conference Finals, and
versus who?
Boston Celtics.
You think it's Golden State and the Celtics?
Yeah.
I think it's Golden State and Milwaukee.
Okay.
I think Golden State gonna win, but Milwaukee has a chance. I like Milwaukee, and I think only team that can beat Milwaukee in the East to me is Toronto.
Okay.
If Boston played Toronto, Boston can beat Toronto.
Yeah.
I think if Boston played Milwaukee, they could.
The only reason I say Boston can beat Milwaukee is because outside of, Giannis, they win every other matchup, to me. And if you get Giannis in foul trouble, Boston's going to take that all day long. And I think Marcus Smart. If Marcus Smart use his fouls the right way,
the smart way,
the right way, they can get in Giannis' head. If they, with the other role players, Rozier, pushing, running, and gunning, I think they can. If they get up on Milwaukee early.
It's hard for Milwaukee to come back.
It's hard for them to come back. If they can get up on them early and have Kyrie close it, I think Boston can beat just about anybody in the East. But I do like Miami as a sleeper.
Yeah. That's because Wade been killing, man.
And
that's what I'm talking about. He going to retire, man.
I don't want to end it.
How you going to retire when you killing?
Big homie Dwayne Wade.
How you going to retire and you killing?
I think they could be a sleeper.
Ain't no retirement,
I think they can be a sleeper, man.
Man, he won that game last night.
Yeah, I think they could be a sleeper. A lot of people are not talking about them, but I like Miami and the things that they're doing. Like, he can be a sleeper, And we're going to end it like that.
I got Duke winning the NCAA.
Absolutely. No question about it.
Golden State winning is like, if Duke lose, it's like when a Fab 5 loss. You know what I'm saying? When Michigan lost, if they lose. That's what it's going to be like. It's like putting one of them. It's going to be hard to see a team like that lose. I'm going to be hard. And I'm
heartbroken.
I've never rooted for Duke in my life. But I'm rooting for them this year.
Yeah, I'm not a Duke fan. But it's hard to go against Zion, man. It's hard. It's like going against LeBron.
Yeah. It's like even when you want to,
even when you want to, it's like, damn, it's still LeBron. Like at the end of the day, you can say what you want. You got to respect his talent. It's like Jordan. You can say what you want about him, but he's Jordan.
Or like Kobe or Magic or.
At the end of the day, they still
like they
still who they are. And you have to respect who they are. And we're gonna end it like this. Y'all be safe.
See y'all next time.
See y'all next time.
We out.